Hey guys, so I'm back again this week, and this time I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. I'm going to do a movie review. So the movie I'm going to be watching today is Cabin in the Woods. I already have seen it. I know I love the movie and it's fantastic. But I will give you a more detailed opinion after I rewatch it, because I haven't seen it in a while. So, yeah, stay tuned. So, I'm done watching the movie. Basically, it is 5 friends who go to this cabin in the middle of the woods. These monsters come out and start hunting them down one by one. And basically, one by one, they start dying. What you don't really see in the trailer is what's actually happening. So, if you haven't seen the movie right now, I will issue a spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, pause the video, go watch it, then come back. Basically, what happens is it starts off with a creepy introduction and goes right into this like weird government facility, and you're kind of confused as to if you're watching the right movie or not. And finally you see the credits, you're like, okay, this is the movie, and it starts introducing all the main characters. So to speed things along, they basically get into the trailer and start driving to this cabin, and they go through this tunnel, and all of a sudden this bird flies towards the open gap that's, I guess, between the two sides of the tunnel, and there's this invisible force field that it flies into and just like explodes. So the characters get there, they get their rooms, and they find out that there's like weird things in them. Like there's a two-way mirror where one side is the mirror but the other one is just, you can see it like it's a window. They start playing truth or dare, and they end up going into a cellar and reading something from a book, and these zombies come out. The government facility that we saw at the very beginning is actually behind everything, and they're trying to control how these people die. And it's all because of a ritual sacrifice that is supposed to keep these ancient gods that live under the earth at bay. There's the 5 characters that they have are the traditional stereotypes. There's the whore, the athlete, the scholar, the fool, who's usually the comic relief and who's usually drunk and or high, and the virgin. The whore ends up dying. Chris Hemsworth, who is also Thor, he is the athlete in the movie. He wants to stay together, but then the government changes that so that way he makes everyone split up. And then the fool goes and he's locked in his room and gets taken out the window, stabbed, and dragged away. The last 3 try to escape. The cave that they came through collapses, so the athlete tries to motorcycle jump over the cavern, to which then he hits the force field and just falls to his death. The scholar and virgin are on their way back to the cabin, and then the scholar dies and they crash into an ocean, and the government facility starts to celebrate because everyone's dead except the virgin, which they didn't need to kill as long as she suffered. Turns out everyone wasn't dead. The fool ends up coming back, and then they go and find the government facility, release every single monster basically ever created in any type of movie, killing all of the government people. And so then the 2 main people find their way into the chamber where the gods are, and they see all these stone slabs basically that represent them, and they're trying to figure out like, why are they doing this, what happened. And then Sigourney fucking Weaver comes out of nowhere and just ends the movie magnificently, because literally queen. So she comes out and she explains to them that the fool needs to die and the virgin gets to stay alive. So then the virgin holds the gun up to the fool, and then a werewolf comes and attacks her, and then Sigourney Weaver and the fool just start like fighting each other, and she's like punching the shit out of him, and he's like fighting back, and then this zombie chick comes out, basically plunges her axe into Sigourney Weaver's head, which is awful. Because why would you kill Sigourney Weaver? Whatever. And then the fool kicks them both over the cavern, and they fall. The fool and the virgin sit against the steps and smoke some weed. And the movie ends with a giant, enormous god hand flopping up out of the cabin and towards the camera. So personally, I really thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I remember the first trailer was nothing to do with the government at all. It was all just your typical horror movie. There's monsters, these people are dying, they have to escape. It's traditional cabin in the woods type movie. But then when I try to find that trailer, it's nowhere to be found, and it's only the ones that have the government facility in the trailer as well, which kind of give it away a little bit. But the one that you saw is the best one that I could find that didn't really have much of the government in the trailer. When I went to go and see this movie, I had no idea that it was about a government facility, and that was behind like this whole ritual process. And so when I saw it, I was confused and not really sure what I was watching at first. And then it all just kind of fell into place and made sense. And it was really, I thought it was really well done. The ending just blew my mind because I did not expect at all, in the slightest, Sigourney Weaver to make an appearance. And I actually, when I saw this in theater, I actually like, not yelled, but like gasped, yelled, just like, yes! And like, other people were like clapping that I went with. And it was just amazing. Amazing that she was in it. Sad that she died, but amazing that she made the appearance into it. If you have not seen this movie, go and friggin' watch it. Because awesome, awesome. If you love monster movies, and you love like the whole cabin in the wood thing, go watch it. Because this movie is probably one of the best horror movies I have ever seen to date. I don't think there is any other horror movie that has ever topped this movie. There are a lot of movies that I really enjoy. This movie, I think, is my favorite monster and horror movie ever. Ever. So go watch it. So I will see you all next week. I will try and do some more movie reviews because it has been a while since I've done this kind of video. So I will try and do some more. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment your favorite movies and comment what movie you want me to watch down below. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I put new videos out every Sunday. And if you want to see last week's video, you can click over here. And yeah, I will see you all next week. Bye guys.